welcome to the official Matchday -1 Women's Gold Cup press conference for Team Puerto Rico. We are joined by Puerto Rico head coach Nathaniel Gonzalez and player Jillian Aguilera. A reminder that simultaneous translation is available in English and in Spanish. Also, a gentle reminder to media to please state your name and media outlet prior to asking your question, along with who your question is directed to. We'll start with questions in the room, and then we'll move to media joining us virtually.
Buenas tardes, profesor Nathaniel. Buenas tardes, Jill.
Está bien.
Okay. Profe, el técnico de Panamá dijo que respetaba mucho y admiraba mucho el trabajo que venía haciendo Puerto Rico y decía no están aquí por casualidad, pero decía que Panamá va a buscar intentar sacar a Puerto Rico de su zona de confort, sabiendo que Puerto Rico ha defendido muy bien, dice vamos a intentar que ellas salgan. ¿Cómo visualiza usted el partido?
I think at this level, having a solid defense and the way the team effort and team mentality defending, I think between Haiti and Brazil has proved kind of what we're able to do. For Panama to get us out of our comfort zone, and for us, I think we're just going to do what we do. And they're going to attack. We watch them play, and they've got a good attack. We've got a couple players up top that are good, and I think as a unit, as long as we stay to the game plan and take advantage of the opportunities that we have. I mean, we had one or two against Brazil that were clear-cut and a couple of half chances that I think at this level, that'll be the difference of this game. It'll be the one or two moments that either team gets that they take advantage of.
And Jill, para ustedes ha sido yo creo que una experiencia muy hermosa lo que se ha visto hasta el momento. ¿Qué significa representar a todos esos boricuas, tanto aquí como en la isla, que están muy pendientes a esta selección y que le han dado una ilusión tremenda?
I think we've come a really long way. I've been on the team since I think the beginning of 2022, and within those 2 short years, I think we've come a long way, and we're doing everything we can to represent the island well. It's a small island, but it's very clear that we have so much passion, and we're gonna push the boundaries as much as we can push them. And I think for everyone that's watching us at home on the island, or family that we have around all over the world, or the U.S. specifically, I think we've kind of set a new foundation for our team and the island as well. So I think that we're just going to keep pushing those boundaries.
Hello, Yanela Martinez para Agenda Fútbol. It's going to be an important game for both. You already studied Panama, and what do you think about them also, Jill?
I think the way this tournament's set up, obviously the 2 best third-place teams will get in along with the top 2 in each group. So you're right. It's going to be a big game because I think we don't know how the other groups are going to pan out, but the U.S. group, that's a tough grouping. And then obviously yesterday's game with El Salvador, not Panama, Paraguay. The way they won their game, I think it's going to be tight. I think the third-place team is going to have to get a victory, and I think no matter what group you're in, if you get 3 points at that point, keeping Brazil to 1 goal, I think could be, when it's all done, could be the difference. And that's again testament to the team. We're so proud of, even though we didn't win in this tournament format, that result was advantageous for us.
I think for us, obviously we've already made history for Puerto Rico, and I think we're just going to continue to build on that. We've always, had to play against really tough opponents, and we've dealt with losses, we've dealt with being uncomfortable, and at this point I think we're pretty comfortable with being uncomfortable. So now I think we really get to show the type of team that we've become in the past couple of years, and I think that being on this stage is a great opportunity to show the world what we're capable of.
Any other questions in the room? Go ahead.
Prof, ¿qué es lo que más te preocupa de enfrentar a Panamá? a ti y a Jill. Como jugadora, hemos visto historias muy bonitas de equipos que en base a una gran defensa han hecho grandes resultados. Yo veía a Puerto Rico contra Brasil y decía, esto es Grecia del 2004 en la Eurocopa. ¿Ustedes cuál creen que es el techo en este torneo?
So, as far as what concerns me, Panama, I mean, they're here. There's only 12 teams that are here. I think every team that's here is quality. They showed in the second half, especially in their game against Colombia, that they have some quality. I don't know how the first half, the game plan, what they had, but I know in the second half they came out to play and they came out with an aggressive mentality, and I think that's who we're going to see tomorrow. So we have to be prepared for that version of Panama, because I think they have the ability to break teams down. Like I said, they have a couple players up top that we just have to be aware of. And I think the most organized team will come out with the result they want. Because at this level, one or two players are good. They make differences. Obviously, every team has them. We saw a few on Brazil, but I think an organized team, as you could see, can thwart that and come out with a result that maybe we didn't win, but obviously a result that no one expected as far as how close that game was.
I think so far, at least with the preliminary rounds and against Brazil a couple days ago, a lot of people have seen us defending a lot. And I think, obviously that's an incredibly important part of the game. That's where you win and lose games. And I think that overall we've been very good in those spaces. But I think now, starting tomorrow, is our opportunity to show how we can attack. We've had glimpses. Obviously, we won against Haiti. The penalty kick wasn't our only opportunity. And against Brazil, we had a few chances as well that were clear cut. And I think tomorrow is just going to be kind of coming to a point where we can attack and create the most opportunities that we've had within these past two games, and really show our attack as well as our defensive side as well.
Okay, we will now take some questions from our media joining us virtually, and we'll continue with Orlando.
Gracias. Muy buenas tardes para todos. Buenas tardes para el profe Nathaniel y para Gil. Orlando Castellán, de Servicio Informativo en Deportes. La pregunta va para ambos, la misma. ¿Qué tanto se juegan mañana ustedes contra Panamá para buscar ese pase a la siguiente ronda y estar entre las mejores clasificadas en esta Copa Oro?
This game is going to, for both teams, it's going to be the game. Like I said, you can't, Colombia and Brazil are very good, they're quality. So I think again, like I said earlier, the third place team gets in, and as far as the reward for us to move on is going to have to be us taking some risks. Like Jill said, for us taking risks, good risk, smart risk, but we need to attack more. We need to attack more and put Panama on their back foot, if you will, because that's, I think, whoever can impose their style of play more than the other team, I think will come out with more chances, more free kicks, more corners, and everything that's required to win the game. But I don't think either team's going to be looking for a draw, because that won't help either team. So it's going to be I think it'll be a very attacking style game.
I think each game, as you go into it, it's the most important game that you're going to play. I think it's more of Nat's job to worry about, making it to the next round and future games coming up. But as a player and for the rest of the team, we make sure that we're focused on the game that's right in front of us, meaning that's tomorrow. We're not worried about the game after that or the possible game after that. We're worried about beating Panama, and then we can shift our thoughts elsewhere after that win.
Okay, that concludes this press conference today. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Thank you.